So it's Friday, January 28th, and Sarah Palin has gotten herself in the news. Um, and, lo and behold, it's for being a dum dum. So I guess last weekend, she went and had dinner at this Upper East Side restaurant called Elio's um, and dined indoors with some other people and then tested positive for coronavirus. She is unvaccinated. And I have to say, I do not understand. Um, well, I mean, I do understand. Elios is, has a big name clientele, and they cater to the crowd. But I don't think that excuses them from the rules, because everywhere that I have been in the city has been very, very clear about the rules. You have to show your vaccination. You have to have a corresponding ID with the same name, and like everyone's taken that very seriously in making sure that um, to dine inside, you are vaccinated, and as they should. It's protecting their employees. And it makes the dining experience more enjoyable. Omicron kind of, took that thunder away a little bit, because it was so easy to spread. So, I just avoided that by not going out for a few months there. But that, so I feel like um, the restaurant bears a brunt of responsibility for, flouting the rules and letting an unvaccinated person dine. Um, and really dumb of them, by the way, to let someone so high profilely unvaccinated dine. Um, and quite frankly, what self-respecting restaurant in New York City lets Sarah Palin dine anyway? What is she doing there? Um, anyway, so so she dines, she tests positive, and then, well, she's supposed to be quarantining with her positive COVID status, goes back to the same restaurant. They won't let her inside to dine, so she eats outside in one of those stupid pods, like those big plastic pods. And I gotta say, the outdoor dining situation in the city is ridiculous. They've erected like giant sheds outside and on the street that are fully enclosed. It's like, you're not outside. This is not outdoor dining. I get why they're doing it, but it shouldn't be allowed, and we shouldn't be doing it in the winter. If we're going to extend the outdoor dining, which I think we should, it's so nice to sit outside, and it increases the restaurant space. But it should be, you know, if we're going to continue to have daylight saving time, then the outdoor dining should follow the same calendar, whatever that is, March to November. I'd like to go on daylight saving time and then never go off, but that's beside the point. Either way, that's a good timeline. March to November, you can have the outdoor dining, but it should be outdoor. You can have a roof if you want to have a roof, but it should have at least three sides open. And that doesn't mean open with plastic coming down on it. It's just open air. That's the whole point of outdoor dining, is that it's open air. Anyway, so she goes in one of those stupid plastic bubble pod things to eat, which is worse because now she's eaten there with her COVID, gotten the bubble full of COVID air, and then some other unsuspecting group is going to walk in there. Presumably an unvaccinated group, because if you're vaccinated, why would you go into the bubble and not go inside? Anyway, so they're just, continuing their own spread. So again, they let her in. It and there's going to be no consequence. And our stupid new mayor, Eric Adams, is such a dick. And he refers to everything as his. So, his COVID spreaders need to stop it. His police, his citizens, fuck you. We don't belong to you. Anyway, that's me being mad at Eric Adams. But yeah, like, leave the fucking outdoor dining stuff to outdoor dining weather when it's appropriate. You can have heaters and all that kind of crap. And the unvaccinated can just stay home in the winter. Anyway, along those same lines with COVIDiots, there is a movement happening in Canada where it was supposed to be like 50,000 truckers were going to descend on Ottawa, which is the nation's capital, to demand the end of mandates for vaccination. And I assume it includes masks, specifically for the trucking industry, I guess. Or in general, I don't know, maybe it's the trucking industry wanting to take up the cause for everybody. But so I guess it's about 2,000 tractor trailers are descending upon Ottawa, and their intent is to create gridlock, just sort of, clusterfuck the city, which is really great if someone has a heart attack and needs an ambulance. So that's really helping public health truckers. And it's all under this guise of freedom. Don't mandate us, don't tell us what to do. And you know what? I just don't think when what you're protesting is contagious, it no longer is under the guise of freedom. People want to make my body, my choice about abortion. Abortion isn't contagious. Cancer isn't contagious. So I just feel like they're missing the mark real hard. And that whole kind of weird, blue collar sentiment that, we got rights and don't tell us what to do, man, is just missing the mark so hard on public health and safety. And, I get involved in these stupid conversations with morons online, on Twitter and Facebook, because I can't help it. And they really don't understand the whole point of vaccination and masks. Neither one is ever about not getting it. And I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but vaccination is about slowing community spread. It reduces your chances of getting it. It reduces your chances of spreading it. Masks, it reduces your chance of spreading it to someone else. This is a virus where you can spread the virus when you're asymptomatic. And I just don't understand how all of these people missed all of that. That it was never about, I'm wearing this face covering because I'm scared. I'm wearing this face covering so I don't give it to anybody else in case I have it and I don't know. Especially in the beginning when we didn't have a lot of testing. We didn't, it was just like, they missed the messaging. And I assume it's because of, ridiculous, I don't even want to say misinformation, because it's not, it was just performative outrage from conservative media, making this shit up and not telling people what the truth was. So what a fine mess we've gotten ourselves into. And now there's this new subvariant for Omicron, so that's fun. In the meantime, we just sort of wait out winter and see what happens for the summer. There's a big nor'easter heading along the East Coast this weekend, so if you're in the area, bundle up and stay safe. Happy snowstorm.